I am well aware that some of my videos are redundant, but I have been charging for 1 hour on the nose, and I had 19 miles till I was done, and here we are, 238 miles. Um, People, I gotta say this to anyone who's watching this video and they are tracking my progress here with this Model X, this 90D, as you can see. You have to realize that range anxiety is dead. I drive around a lot and I do not have any range anxiety whatsoever. And I'm telling you, this is 9,000 miles in this vehicle alone. It doesn't count for the thousands of miles that I drove in the Model S and the Model X P90D. Now, I will say that there was a little bit of range anxiety in the P90D, but I didn't have the high-powered wall connector in my garage at the time with either of those vehicles. So I had to rely on the supercharging network to get around. I mean, that was the only thing for me. But I mean, using the destination chargers and having the high-powered wall connector in your home it's a huge game changer. If you can, all you gotta do is plan. If you plan, you're good to go. But even when you get in a tight, and I got in a tight situation today, you just have to breathe. You gotta relax. It's gonna work out. The car really will give you the range. You can trust it, especially when it's, as long as you're up in the 40s as far as your climate. Right now we're at 54 degrees. I mean, it's not even a big deal. I mean, when you get up into the 70s, and like I said, some of this stuff, I know I'm being redundant. I've said it before in other videos, but I have to keep just reiterating on this because people have to understand. You can't, would I love to have 100 kilowatt, yeah, I would love to have a 100D. I'm sorry, I kind of spaced out there. But I'm doing pretty good with a 90. Now, I frankly, I think that as long as you plan it out well, I think you'll get by fine with a 75D. But, 90, 80, 85D, 90D, 100D, I mean, we're getting close to the mileage versus consumption of, say, your high-end luxury V8 as far as what you get out of the tank. I get it with the tank. Like I drove a Lincoln Town Car for a while, and you were really kind of worried once you got around 260 miles out of that tank. You were really worried, and you kind of say, hey, you know what, I need to go and refill this tank because I don't want to be left on the side of the road. Which, by the way, I did only once in my life have I ever run out of fuel, and it was in a Lincoln Town Car. But I really pushed the Japanese cars to the limit. But either way, the range anxiety, you have to, first of all, you need to realize that range anxiety at this point, with all the tools that we have in place and the charging solutions, it's a myth. It's gone. Okay, so that's the point of this whole rant. Range anxiety is dead. You need to rethink the way you do things when you drive these cars, though. You have to think ahead. All you got to do is plug it up and charge it. It's kind of like a cell phone. I don't know about you with your cell phones, but I typically, when I'm getting around 40% battery life on my phone, I plug it back up, I charge it. Every time I go somewhere with this car and I come back by the house, or I'm somewhere near a charger, I plug it up and I charge it. I keep it around 85 to 90% whenever I can. I keep it ready, and I never have to worry about range anxiety. And that's it.